it really doesn't matter how you try to spin it, how you cut it. That was an absolutely diabolical, disgraceful performance. Absolute load of shit. I get it. I get what Mourinho's all about, and we've all had this debate about, you know, winning ugly, playing ugly, and all that kind of stuff. You know, and if that brings trophies, and we all want a trophy desperately. But man, what a terrible, terrible performance that was. I mean, that was awful. You know, to go 1-0 up, 57 seconds in, you think to yourself, all right, come on, here we go. Let's put them under a bit of pressure. They've got to come at us now. That's going to expose them. That's going to give us a few gaps to play into. But no, not at all. Nowhere near. We just did not make any effort at all to go forward. And we just invited the pressure the whole time. And you could see it was coming. Right from 57 seconds, you could see it was coming. It was just one of those. On and on, on and on. They were going to come wave after wave after wave. Now, I always like to be fair when it comes to reviewing a game of football, and I do try to say it as I see it, right? And I've got a great deal of respect for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think their fans are fantastic. I think when they came to Wembley a few seasons ago, they were by far the loudest, and they were a real good bunch. And I got a lot of respect for them for that. They supported their team through thick and thin, and and they've played some good football over the last few seasons. They've played some good football. They've worked hard, and they've really come a long way. And they're always going to have dodgy periods and all the rest of it, like most teams, especially teams that have not been in the Premiership for a long time. So I've got a lot of time for them, and I thought overall they played really well. The disappointing thing from their perspective is they should have smashed us. The amount of opportunities and the amount of pressure they put us under in that second half, well, we should have got absolutely mullered in that game, in my opinion. I thought they'd done all right. But that's not to say that we didn't defend well, because we did. For large periods, we defended well. I thought, Ben Davies, who often gets a lot of criticism, did really, really well. I thought he played a decent game. He was solid the whole way through. Didn't feel that he was too much under pressure, and he kept working tirelessly. Dyer as well, I felt he did all right. Sanchez, who and a lot of groups that I'm involved in, I like to call him Happy Feet. Well, I don't think he did too much wrong yesterday. He seemed to handle most things. But you could just feel that goal coming, and I have to say, and it's it might be unpopular to say it, but Harry Kane had an absolutely awful game yesterday, and for the goal, that's normally one that he would clear up. He stands in that position every game, and 9 times out of 10 he clears that. He clears it away. He's got that striker's foresight, and he just makes the run and keeps it out of the way and helps everybody else out. But for some reason yesterday he just seemed so out of sorts. His link-up play was poor, his running was poor, his passing was poor, his tackling was poor. There was a few times where you could see he was playing for a foul that didn't come off. So I don't know, there is an awful lot of weight on that guy's shoulders. He gets an awful lot of stick as well, but we rely on him so much, and that's unfair, for a guy, who's essentially your main striker, has now become our main outlet for creativity in the middle of the park, and that shouldn't be the case. Positive for me, I thought Tongai Ndombele looked really good yesterday. I thought he looked really bright. So for him to come off and put Sissoko on, I mean, you know, that baffles me, absolutely baffles me. Now I understand why Dombele, you know, may need to come off and he doesn't always play full games and stuff, but you're taking off your creative player and putting on Sissoko, for all the best will in the world, you know, has done, you know, yeah, I get it, he's done better over the last few seasons and stuff, but, you know, are you really looking for him to link up play? Are you really looking for him to drive the team forward? You know, it just beggars belief for me when you've got, you know, and again, he's going to come under a lot of criticism when you've got a player like Dele on the bench, who, you know, can play that link up and can play that little bit of spark, who should be desperate to try to prove that he's got what it takes to stay in this team, you know. And I understand they may have fallen out, and I understand that Mourinho may not trust him at the moment, but it just doesn't make sense to me, you know. Same with Reginald when he went off. I thought he was playing particularly well. You know, he was sort of driving forward and that, and had a couple of opportunities. I mean, to be fair, the first half I didn't think was that bad. You know, we did have a threat, but you could just see it just wasn't happening, and then it just reverted to a defend the whole game, and that is just too long. We are Tottenham. We don't do defending of 1-0 leads. We don't. We never have. And I know that might be what he wants to do, but I just don't see that he's got the players to do that. You know? And this is Wolves, right? And like I say, no disrespect to Wolves, but, you know, a better team would have put 4 or 5 beyond us, you know? And it's just drab and boring and really, really annoying to watch. You know, you can just see it all the time. And I don't want to be a Mourinho doubter, and I don't want to be a moaner. You know, I just want to watch me football, enjoy the game, and see progress. And I just feel like we're going backwards, and I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand, you know, where has this great attacking flair disappeared to? Because it's just not working, you know. And I know the most important thing is to win the game. I do know that. I get it. I get Mourinho's mentality. If they don't score against you, you don't lose the game. But in a weekend where everything seems to be going for you, you need to make some luck for yourself as well. And it's just not happening. It's just not happening. You know. I mean, where's Vinicius? I mean, he's a striker. You know, we've been calling out for a second striker for so long because of all the pressure that's put on Harry Kane. And he's nowhere to be seen. He's not there. And it's just a strange one. And, you know, I mean, we used to look back when Pochettino was in charge and we'd go, why is he doing that? Why is he making that change? Who's he putting on that? What? You know, and I get all that as well. You know, there have been those times you can't understand what's going through a manager's head, because the manager's the manager and they're seeing things that you're not seeing. They're watching, you know, training. They're watching players. They've got tactics. They've got, you know, different views to the rest of us, because we just want to win and we want to, you know, we want to smash teams. We want to play with a flair. We want all that. But that's just not happening, and that was dire and diabolical and disastrous. You know, all the D's. Just really, really poor performance. And I did think about doing a video last night, which would have probably got more views than this one's going to get. Would probably get more subscribers than this is going to get, because I'd have been ranting and raving and all that. But like I've said many, many times, I do try to give it a little bit of thought, give myself a chance to calm down and think about it before I do a video, just to make sure, you know, I give it balance and I've thought, you know, I'm really seeing what I'm seeing. I'm not just playing on my emotion. But my emotions are still the same today. Up the Spurs.